But mamin ko a year ahomane so na many an IT expert any enkomo embra. Lesley Donkor a year IT specialist. Lesley, what you make? Good morning, and to say.
Good morning, Metro. Can I tell somewhere?
Erade adom me nso me ho ye pa. Enti first of all, bring us up to speed. Meaning say the Electoral Commission of Ghana, womo machines ahodo, kits ahodo, womo edi ye adwuma ni nyina no. You are very much aware of the nature is it here. Et to say na afe yemra the details of it na ye nim komo say ye describe here machine ye and equipment ye equipment ben especially the BVDs.
Oh, BVD no say ye nyina ye nim say na ye started from 92 ediba ye nim ye sha se free ye ediba be do BVD no ye very very sophisticated. Okaya maybe mu easy but make case grant say they should be able to do biometric. In fact, being a biometric, and we all know what the biometric is all about. Yeah. In fact, at the point where we say is uko register, you better take you know. So a very very sophisticated machine, easy. I can say only procure, but as to whether during the registration, and all those features were used to what it's not. But of course, end to end, fine. Okay, it is.
Yes, let's say okay, say an end-to-end equipment. And no extra say. I just want an explanation to the functions of equipment, so that Ghana ni bi a wotia no pay no ebetimi atiasie na afe were related to the importance of equipment ye ka ho asemi.
Oh, so we share BVD machines here. Like me can carry no a biometric, okay, and take so many features about the individual. And of course, when it comes to election, features, they are supposed to be unique. And this me the thumb print, and I say, I am thumb print, but machines should be able to capture your retina. What it means is that your retina no, it is only Mr. Speaker per him, and I able to take it, and Mr. Speaker face detection, and I able to take it. It can't take any other face aside I mean similar to Mr. Speaker's face or as same as Mr. Speaker's face. It's a unique. Say, a unique. Either your fingerprint or your face or your retina. So it is a unique machine. The purpose of it was supposed to do away with some multiple registration, duplication, all those issues we used to encounter those days. I mean, by way of summary. Yeah.
Now I know, sir, it's a kit. A work case more. Component of that kit, there. I think, sir, the major feature, and what me I describe, the one, a capture the facial recognition of every individual. Thumb printer, a bit me take it biometrically, and I think so other features are account. But the real component, a market, I mean, a year of competent use, anything.
Sir, we shall be with now. I say your war. It comes with a laptop.
Okay.
Laptop now. You can say okay, fine. So it comes with a laptop. It comes with a battery, not a normal battery you see, because sometimes almost remote areas not power and the battery should be able to sustain a juma almost dino. So what you say? Almost a camera, a camera no na utina ni mana omude chow. Ebi aye chow with him. A thumb printing nyamabia okay na a chow. And fingerprint. What you say? A printer sound. So it is encompassing an embodiment of technology. Boom. I say BVD no dey fine because end to end. It is rural area bia. Say power ni ho kra your battery me chow. Okay? And I want about the BVD no so say a offline. And she said me chowa me found me picky with details. Now I save it. Later on, the cop baby internet now I sync it. So it syncs with the national data. No, I have an issue anyway. No, me as an IT person, me what issue that offline registration, me I have an issue. But of course, it's a personal one anyway. Okay.
Very well. We will come to those aspects, but those are the component machine ekita. Now, say electoral commission, procure equipment say. Now, the registration exercise, the capture microphone data. Emma Womudin etimi eba voters roll eso. Now at the end of the day, you better say such equipment ekita such a year component e be ira. I mean, do Ghanaians have any cause of worry?
It's a serious cause of worry. A serious cause of worry in the sense that information you see a machine a machine keke. I say phone sometimes I to me friends them patch onim. Phone mama sim no. Phone put the obit because sometimes you back up onyama phone so either your iCloud or your Google the friend say a cloud. Machine no. It's a machine no component. Even if not the entire machine, that's a component. It fits the purpose of the functionality of that machine. End to end. They say the laptop portion of the machine in the hall. Then a bit the thumb printing aspect of the machine in the hall. And I say take pictures no. And I take picture no in the hall because then you can BVD, biometric. So not even the entirety, but a component in a problem. But in this case, imagine that you have lost an entire machine with even with or without information. Because with information, it's a risk. Without information, it means that I can take it somewhere and put information on it.
Yes. So no. Me person you clarify. For instance, the BVD equipment, yet me they store data, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the easiest line of duty, what it means is that what do I want to understand, and it's for instance, you create a registration center. Now you release some of this equipment to the registration center. Okay, you make you oba, you take a year database, information be as you take piano, you take a year equipment your input. Whether we have a software sitting somewhere. Upload all those information, or not, I mean, what I want to understand is that equipment, yetimi store such information, and then at the time, such equipment, ebeirano, and Crawford data, ebetimi awoswana.
No, Pacho, store data also. Okay, the kind catch there was a machine, especially in the rural areas, a year offline.
Okay.
So make us offline. What I mean is that information I over pay what areas egu machine so.
Yes, because there is no internet access.
There is no internet access, and a memory now is so large to contain whatever number of information I say and so. Until later almost the baby internet for not sync it with the national server or with the server now a national one. Until imagine that they transport baby internet not baku crampoira. So you can see that because at that point all syncing data.
Yeah.
You understand? Even when you have synced the data, there is supposed to be a validity period for which you can even say that, you know what, let me discard this machine. Even when you are discarding the machine, it has to go through processes. Server. I feel will be server no. Okay, information the good I maybe dispose of server no. You need to get, there should be policy guiding discarding or decommissioning of that server. You need to get people to scan the server to be sure that BBN Niso. BBN Niso, and some of us say, okay, you approve it, BBN Niso. You have to issue a certificate to back your assertion that your scanning machine will be Niso, data Niso, everything has been synced or transferred, and Sana, what discarded. And you know, machine no ayira.
But Lesley, it even becomes more serious at the time. Because the kids need be ayira, but she and so right.
Yes.
Because as at that time, no, say obi ensa socket ni mo na or the share baby component ni nyina no ekita no. I mean, the likelihood say obeti media capture certain data no very high.
Very, very high. Very, very high. And even, okay, I told you, it is not even about the machine in its entirety for every year and a year problem. Even if a component, the embodiment of machine, I always try to break my analysis down for people to understand. I was a phone. Our phone, no. O memory ayama nti ukoto memory card e dia shame na actually when we say oh phone no dey kura wo but memory na nka oni magu so no ayira phone no dey kura wo na memory na ayira na oni magu so la no so nti what dance so na ngwa abonte and omo can say what dance so na nyina ngwa abonte. So it is not just the machine ni nyina po ayira na problem no, even the component of it po ayira yira no a problem. And that brings me to the question, say, that comes to the question of security. How secured were these machines? How secured were they? To the extent that I say Semeka security America in terms of physical security and information security logically. I mean, because Semeka security, you could also have the machine, everything in, okay, everything is in, but someone can also log in and get your out, and also in terms of security, no, so physical security. Why not? Egma ho kwanya obiko bo area part wom. Let's even assume that physically the machine is secured. Somebody could also hack into the system and then siphon information or data integrity or be jam to his advantage or her advantage, and also.
I see. Now, how do we explain the fact that the EC is telling us, say, I mean, some of these kits, were obsolete. In that regard, one more a year official auction of those equipment. Equipment, we are told, say, a be aquacopy company, one more a year into recycling around a year Medina enclave. Now the Electoral Commission is simply telling us, say, there is no cause for alarm because equipment are obsolete. Now, even if there will be an auctioneer, just as you said, processes who and who are to be present to ensure say EC auctioneer all year on the rightful manner, and that we've done a proper auditing of the kits and its related system. Amba ye who say bibia no end so for that matter say ye bo auction na ye.
Em say asem na wokaye no eno na wasa year no because woka say me say o di akoma company bi wo Madina or say himfa omo ejuma ne say they will see to it say nema no I like omo be discard ya na number one say woka say o dispose of electronic waste. It goes through a lot of processes and no crampo me take it on EPA in this country now. How do you dispose of electronic waste? Your TV, radio, solar panels, how do we dispose them? Because one, there are so many ways about my disposal. Because this BVD and all that, don't forget they are electronic components. Either you recycle them. Do we have a waste recycle plant? Yes, ABFNA, Zoom Live or Mehunsa was SCD. But until that, do we have some? So how are we doing it? So it is either you recycle it or you donate it. I can say we use computers and I say you officer Osha afi what omono. Which my first university be an access secondary school now they are more normally go see on lab. You've donated it. Or you can repurpose it and use it. And the components be I want a machine who I Osha maybe I say I can say a laptop and a desktop maybe a memory no SSD you person upgrade. You can upgrade and reuse. So you can recycle, you can donate, you can reuse, or you take it back to the manufacturer.
Okay.
And the even who auction in Belgium. Now, if even you want to auction, no problem. If even no problem. Now, company now, what they might almost say among disposal or whatever. No, let us know their credibility in terms of disposal of electronic waste. What certificate? Because mind you, when you dispose of electronic waste, it goes through processes, and at the end of the day, a certificate is issued. Because all this is done because of the safety and health. Okay, of equipment, of personnel around where the disposal has taken place.
Okay.
If you are disposing of electronic waste and you don't do it well, it becomes a health hazard to people because of your friend is saying radioactive and these are very valuable components. It is our component. No contract ben na isi ni omuko number one number two. Two of them actually say almost a mandate to be able to carry out that task. We don't know. So you see that we have a lot of questions. EC has a lot of questions to answer to Ghanaians. You understand?
Yeah.
And you know, question now will be some. One kata who say here no mami in the way pa and I made it. Inti year or the kata year or the year. All the children will have about 100 questions. But I mean, you know, with the kind of EC we have, if I say EC, I'm not talking about the personnel, but I'm talking about the office now. I say they don't want accountability. Obia feel they don't pay no more year. Ubisa cry feel, and it is a recipe for disaster, for chaos, right? Nipa na wo dia mo say omon disposing of no. It is even a guy. It's what I say Madina was there. It's a Ghanaian. Ideally, this thing should have gone international because a Ghanaian, the person may have interest in the politics. He may have interest in any of the parties in country, whether NDC, TPP or DRP or whatever. He may have interest. How sure are you that the person is a neutral person? Is he even registered? Or is company registered to undertake, setting? Why didn't you open it up so that even internationally people could come in? Make it transparent. You went to IPAC. Was this made known in IPAC that you were going to give this to a local company to dispose? Was it made known in IPAC? Was the EC itself aware that some machines were missing? Because initially when the parties raised it, they were arguing. Later on, they came to admit it that that some company had been found and all the laptops were taken. So Charlie, let us stop all these things. Look, we are joking with our lives. We go out there, you go school, you occupy office when you are, you sometimes we beat them in class.
Very well.
They go we are always learning to steal. We are learning to deal. Say the deal, bro. Meanwhile, we know the right thing.
Very well.
So,
Lesley, mame, and now I say, me time, Nancy. I'm very grateful. Why? Thank you. Lesley Donkor, IT specialist, and I pay many no at the end.